Hey Walmart, this is a cluster.
The Silver Dasher.
Morning. It is Sunday and I'm not dashing. So what I'm doing today is I'm trying Walmart Spark for the very first time. It's something, if I mentioned in the previous videos, that I signed up for DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Walmart Spark and Amazon Flex all at the same time. And at the time, Amazon Flex and Walmart were on a waiting list. So I did DoorDash and Uber Eats, and DoorDash was the first thing I tried. So now that I got accepted by Walmart Spark, which I will tell you, that was going through the sign-in process for that and background check, and everything has to be done through the app. That was difficult because the app kept crashing, and I tried to sign it to my bank account, and it refused to connect to my bank account. So I was forced to use this OnePay application that Walmart is the other way to accept your earnings. So anyway, I am now going to go ahead and head to the Walmart. I only live 2 minutes away from it, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do Walmart Spark, because it's so close. So, and the Walmart that I live by is the only Walmart. If you remember, I'm in a DoorDash zone. This Walmart here is the only Walmart in the DoorDash zone. So, except there's one there's one close by in the next zone. So anyway, let's get the show on the road, and as soon as I get to the Walmart parking lot, I'm going to start the Spark Now app, and we'll see what happens. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I'm here at Walmart, so let's see what this happens when I hit the... Tells me I'm going to spark to this time. Well, I guess I just have to wait. So, as soon as I get an offer, I'll be right back. Well, like I said, this is all new to me. I've accepted an offer. It was estimate $17 for 14 miles, 4 stops, approximately 49 minutes. It's 3 drop-offs, and looks like the way this works is I have to, I guess it's a pickup, which means I don't do the shopping. I don't know if you've been to Walmart, you see all the employees that go around in their big buggies and they're scanning food and all that. Well, normally, and then, in Walmart, they have these dedicated parking spaces for pickup. And from what I understand, there are several types of offers. They do, shop and deliver, similar to DoorDash, shop and deliver, where I can go shopping for the customer and pick it and check out. It's just like shop and deliver. But this is pickup, where it's employees, they're going around and gathering all the stuff, and then I go and pick it up and drop it off. So it's 3 drop-offs, and I'm looking at details. So, but I try to start the trip. It says it's too early to start the trip, and because I have to wait till, in this case, it's 6:33. I have to wait to 6:50, and I guess when I start the trip, it's going to ask me to go to a certain, from I've seen from videos, I go to a certain parking spot, tell them, hey, I'm here, and they bring the food, they bring the groceries to me and load it up. And I think from what I do is then I scan. They're going to have stickers on the bags. I scan the stickers, and I deliver like normal. So, like I said, this is my very first time. I'm learning this. I do know there's an incentive, an advertisement. If I do 10 trips within this week, I get an extra $40. Okay, yeah, well, I'll do that. So, yeah. So, yeah, but it's going to be quite a few items. 59. I might have to put some stuff in the back seat. But I do have my hatchback. I drive a RAV4, and I got a hatchback, and I got some tubs back there to hold the stuff in. So, anyway, And based on the addresses here, it's all within the city. The last one is a little bit further out, but it's only 5 miles away. So they count the total mileage. So I'm only doing, so it's $17 for the total miles of 14 miles, because one drop off, it's at, in fact, I know where that is. That's north of the city. It's out in the rural area. And the second one is within the city limits. And the third one is back going out the riverside. So it looks like, yeah. So if I try, let's see, do I do a start the trip? It says here, it's a little early. Pickup time is 6:50. And right now it is 6:35. Current ETA is 6:37. This business is expecting you until the pickup time. You can start a trip when the ETA is closer to 6:50. So this is very new, very strange. So, oh, and I can see the map. They have a map of the route. So I'm basically going. I'm going. The first stop is actually pretty close to where I live. Then it's proper into the city itself, and then out to Riverside. So it tells me the estimate total is like $17.77. The delivery, extra earnings, and the tips pending. Now, this is where Walmart and Uber Eats are exactly the same. Tips are pending. And so a person can remove a tip, or they put a tip in, they can remove it later. So, yeah, Walmart may have to change that. I heard there is some instances of tip baiting at Walmart, but this is something new. I kind of like this idea of the employees loading my car and I just go. So, anyway, I'll be back as soon as I'm actually get the start trip and I'm actually on the road, and we'll see in a little bit. Well, it's now time for pickup. It is what I thought it was. I confirmed I'm at the spot. I'm at a parking spot. I gave it what number I'm at. I have a driver's code, and I guess I show this to the associate. I am getting the correct orders, and I gotta scan 13 labels. So I guess they're by bag, 13 bags then. So waiting for the person to show up. So we'll see you in a little bit. Well, that was unique. That trip was canceled. Not by me. I went to the parking spot and I sat there, and then it took forever and forever. I'm still waiting. And then the link popped up to you when, your time is valuable, confirm extra earnings, and then it was canceled. And didn't go against my completion rate, but I made $2.95 for just sitting on my ass. So now I'm searching for another offer. But I had to move out of the parking spot that I was in, because that's reserved for people who are waiting for their orders, whether a customer or a Spark driver. So interesting. So waiting for the next one. See you in a little bit. Well, very interesting turn of events. Sitting there waiting, saw an offer pop up as first come first serve. It was like $40 and before I even had a chance to read it, it was gone. Just like that. So now I got another offer. I think it's a shopping one. So I go pick another parking spot, the pickup parking spot. Okay. And I think I go to park, and I can confirm my arrival. Please wait while we get everything set up. I guess I'm not supposed to be in a parking spot. It's only for, well. All right, let's go ahead and start shopping. So let's get the show on the road. See you in a little bit. Well, that shopping was somewhat pretty easy. I learned a little bit more about the deli section because it was all deli section. And once you learn the number system that you see it on there, it was helpful. Some of the deli items were not in the correct, what they call the modular. But you look at the items and they put it in so. And it scans, and the scanned item, it'll tell you like any DoorDash shop and delivery. If you scan it, it'll tell you if you get the right item or not. So, got the app and it's using Google Maps, so I'm very familiar with that, how that works. And I'm off to Lincoln, where I got my ticket. So, I always gonna remember that. So, who doesn't remember that? So now, since I got also perishable items, I gotta get it by a certain amount of time. So I need to somewhat hurry. I got 15 minutes to get there, but according to this, I'll be arriving in 14 minutes. But I will follow the speed limit. I'm not getting another ticket. So anyway, off to the customer I go. See you in a little bit. Hi. What you doing? This is very ironic. As I was getting closer to the customer and I was looking at the address, I said, wait a minute, I've been here before. Sure enough, I was here based on this video last Friday, the morning dash. It was my very first dash of the morning, and what was unique was, and I mentioned it, that was kind of ugly, but it was a $10 payout for 16 miles, but I was picking up a Cinnabon order from the truck stop in Lincoln. That was the customer. So I have a repeat customer from 2 different apps. That's a first. So heading back to Walmart. We'll see if I can get another order. See you in a little bit. Well, I'm on my second order. It was I had to go inside Walmart for a pit stop. And just as I was getting ready to come back to the car, boom, 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 order came. It was an ASAP. And so shopping, so I just turned around, walked right back in. Took about 30 minutes. What took the longest, they want 5 sets of different flowers, and every time I scanned flowers, wrong ones. And eventually, two items were not on the list. One they wanted eggplant, and they didn't have any. And one of these little cups. I think they're putting all this together for a party or something. And they didn't have it, and I scanned the substitution, and she didn't want the substitution. So, but I got a ton of fruits. Looks like with flowers. I think I'm guessing maybe a wedding shower, baby shower, and all this stuff is together. Some kind of get together party. So I'm on my way. So it's going to be, but already is the end of my dash. What I consider, in 9 o'clock. I'm just going to go home and take a break and restart this again, like a normal dash. This has been interesting, and I learned a lot more about shopping at the Walmart that I go shopping, so I know a little bit more where all those stickers mean. There's a method to the madness. So anyway, on to customer I go. See you in a little bit. Well, I delivered that order. It was nice. I'm all the way up to Odenville. That's like 2 minutes from our old house. But I was delivered it. I had to learn different things. There was a passcode. But the little speaker on the doorbell wasn't working to tell me what the code is. But I heard her screaming out there, but I don't. So, and that gentleman came out and helped me. So that went pretty well. So that officially ended my dash, my Spark. Because it's already 9:30. I ended at 9, so I'm gonna go home real quick, get a quick bite to eat, take a little break. So the unique about thing, I don't have to do a schedule. It's just when I start the Spark, it asks me how long do I want to last. When do I want it to end? So that's kind of convenient. Yeah, this app's strange. It goes through all this checklist. The weighing system is better than Uber Eats. I had to weigh a couple items, and I can either manually type it in, which I did, but didn't realize the digital weight thing puts up a code up there that I could have scanned it and automatically put it in. So it wasn't very intuitive and all that. So, but I manually entered it, and everything well. This particular order, the one item was missing, and it offered a substitution. I scanned it, put it in. Then later, the customer said, "No, we don't want that." So, and then one particular item, the eggplant, they were totally out. Yeah, Sunday morning pickings are slim. For a lot of food. In fact, like the small little watermelons, she wanted 2 and there were only 3 left, so I picked the 2 best I could. And some of the items that I picked, I got the last item, which was lucky. So yeah, this is different. I have to get used to, similar to, trying to take screenshots of the orders and stuff like that. Getting in the routine. Like I said, this is different. But I am learning a lot of things about my local Walmart, about where everything is and what the stuff is. Now I go, ironic, later on this evening, wife and I, we're gonna go back shopping today. We were supposed to do it yesterday, but my wife she had a lot of schoolwork to do. So I went and got takeout and brought it home. But so back on the long stretch of road that goes back to my new house, but it's like a 15-minute drive. It's kind of curious. There's another Walmart a lot closer here, but it is, in their defense, it is a little bit smaller Walmart, so a lot of items that she wanted probably was not available at that, so she had to go get everything from the Pell City one. She probably was going to get the 2 missing items, going to probably order it from the Walmart near her. In fact, I believe there are like 2 newer Walmarts to this location than the one that I live. So anyway, heading home, take a quick break, and we'll try this again later. See you in a little bit. Well, I made it back home, and very interesting. And let's take a look at what the morning Spark was. I did find that I had 3 orders, but one was canceled, and I got $2.95 for that. But then the others I completed. So altogether, total is $37.70 for, about almost 2.5, 3 hours. But on here, there's a thing, unconfirmed daily tips. I got $4.45, and it was from that very first order that I actually took. Unconfirmed tips, and this is what concerns me. Unconfirmed tips. Customers have 24 hours to adjust this tip. After that, additional processing time is required before tips show as confirmed. Can you believe that? Uber Eats is an hour. Walmart's 24 hours. Wow. So, That's interesting. Very interesting. So, anyhow, learned quite a few things. Learned about, this was an ASAP order that I just did, and so I did as quickly as I could. And then there was an offer that popped up. It was first come first serve, and I looked at it. It was pretty big. It was like $45 for, and I looked before I even had a chance to finish reading it. Boom, it was gone. So confirmed earnings today is $16.38. So I guess it takes a while to confirm to do that. So anyway, going to take a break, eat a quick lunch, and try this again during the lunch hour. So take a little bit. Oh, welcome back. Took a little break, and I'm going to get ready to start the lunch Spark. So let's go ahead and start the app and see what happens. And pick a time when I'm going to Spark 2. Got it. Okay. So now looking for an offer. So on my way to Walmart I go, and let's see what happens today. So this morning was a little interesting. Some things were familiar, some things were different, especially with the first come first serve offers. That was something new. Those may have been the big ones. So anyway, so here I go on to Walmart. See you in a little bit. Well, I picked up an order. It was a shopping order. Wasn't too bad. None of the items were missing. I had to get a couple items. The stockers were stocking up the stuff. So I was able to get 2 items right away from there. And another thing, I had to make sure, I had to rely on the scan, not the pictures, because so there were the pictures of the items sometimes doesn't match. The other thing I was thinking was what I thought was English cucumbers. It's the long English cucumber. I think that's what they are, but they were not in the right place, according to what the app said. But of course, they don't say English cucumbers on the thing. But I still remember, what they were. So if not, then the customer may complain. But to be honest, it's the only cucumbers they had at Walmart. So, well, I got everything loaded. That's quite a bit of items. Let's see. That's about 40 items. And it took me about 20 minutes actually. I think and the amount it's a $27 trip. So anyway, on to the customer I go. So see you in a little bit. Well, I just dropped off that order to a very nice young couple, and seem to have a couple kids because I found two riding scooters in there. But yeah, this is a neighborhood I've never been in, right on the lake too. Very nice, very quiet out here. When you look out here, when you get here, it doesn't look like very much because you see some on the roadside places and they look a little run down. But as soon as you get back here, it's very nice. Everybody's got a nice boat dock everywhere. There's room and nice seawall too. Ooh. Oh, I just picked up an order. And one of those emergency pick up the order and get it. So let's head back to Walmart. See you in a little bit. Well, this is a very interesting turn of the events. I got an order to come do a pickup. So I get to Walmart. Every pickup parking spot is taken. So I drove around now. So I had to say I've arrived, but I have an unassigned pickup spot. So I've been driving around 15 minutes. Finally saw a car coming out and backed in. But I was supposed to pick up this order 30 minutes ago, and it's still packing up. And it's 11 drop-offs. But the 11 drop-offs are 1 or 2 items. It's just like rinky-dinky, so I've got 11 different bags And but this thing was set up, sent to me 30 minutes ago, and now still hasn't, nothing's coming. Now that I got a parking spot, and I tell them, hey, I'm in this parking spot still, and there's hardly anybody coming out. I mean, there's 30 parking spots for pickup. Everyone's taken, and nobody's coming out to deliver the packages to. And I think most of these are regular customers. They've ordered online and they're going to come to pick up. I've seen maybe a couple people that may be Spark drivers, but wow. Sit in your car for hell, but I could have gone and shopped all these items myself in this time that it's taken for them to bring everything out. So, all right. I'm going to sit here and sip some more. Now that I got a parking spot, now they know where to come to deliver. Like I said, this is the first time, and I got to scan 11 different orders. They're all like one item. A couple of them are 2 items. So we'll see what happens. See you in a little bit. Hey, Walmart. This is a cluster. I had an order here to pick up. It was $43 and 11 drop-offs, and those drop-offs were like one bag with one item. And sat here for an hour. Then they canceled the order, which meant, I had to leave the parking spot. But as soon as it canceled, another one popped up. But it's only for $24 for 9 miles, one drop off. But so I put the same parking spot in, but there's a ton of people waiting for their orders. So Walmart, this is a real cluster. You need really to look into this. In fact, I might have to call and complain about this. There are people here that were supposed to pick up their orders an hour ago. And one of them included me. So, wow. And didn't realize it was going to be. Hell, I could have gone in and shopped and all this stuff and be out in 5 minutes. So, all right, sitting here waiting on my second order. So I have no idea how much I'm going to get on waiting for that first one. So, see you in a little bit.
Head north toward Vaughn Lane.
That was a super cluster. Got an order for $45. Sat there in the pickup parking space. Waited an hour. Order got canceled. It's getting ready to back out. Another order popped up. Another pickup. $25. Waited 40 minutes. Order's canceled. Getting ready to back out of the parking lot. I said, wait a minute before that. Let me just wait a couple minutes because there was a million people trying to find a pickup parking spot. Sure enough, a minute later, got a shopping order. And that's what I did, picked it up. So, picking up the shopping order, man, Walmart, I don't know if it's all that, but this, I've heard that this particular Walmart in Pell City, I've talked to another Spark driver, and she says it is horrendous. The pickup is horrendous. So, and then I talked to another one. She says, another one, she parked right next to me. She said, it's never been this bad before. And I talked to one of the employees. He says, I don't know what's going on. Because they shut down the ordering system. I'm saying sorry. It's either a management issue, or a person or an issue. You don't have enough people. So that sounds like a management, either store manager or department manager issue. So anyway, got the order. I'm heading out. to deliver. But like I said, Walmart, you need to get your stuff together, because another Walmart Spark driver told me that she used to be a DoorDasher and she loves doing working Walmart Spark. She says she makes a whole lot more money. But now if you're gonna make the driver sit for an hour or two and cancel their orders, you need to fix that. So anyway, on to the customer, and I got an hour left in this dash. Sorry about it. In this Spark. So, see you in a little bit. Well, I dropped off that order. It was easy. Three little bags. Had to do a substitution. Man, pickings are slim on a Sunday. They wanted some Hawaiian rolls. I didn't have any, so they had a couple of small packs, and I sent a picture to the customer, and the customer approved. And then they wanted some apple snacks, apple pie snacks, and they didn't have the brand, so the Walmart recommended this, so I got two. But then the customer came back and said, "Oh, just only give me one." So that's how the app reviews. That says, okay, review, make sure you removed one of them, which I did. I removed one of the accounts. So yeah, that went pretty smooth. Shopping, once you know where everything, especially with the Walmart that you're at, this is the Walmart that my wife and I will shop at, so we practically know everything where everything is. I have to be a little bit smarter though. When I look at the list, need to review, I need to make sure I need, like, for example, go over to the toiletry section first, because it's on the other side of the store. Basically the non-food stuff. Go pick that up. And then the next thing, a trick I learned from watching videos, do your perishable items last. It's the cold stuff, because once you do that, they put you on a clock, and you have to deliver that within exactly an hour from when you picked up that item. So I go through and I pick up all the non-perishable stuff first, and then I start picking up the cold stuff. And then I'm using my experience from my grocery bagging days. Excuse me. Pack cold stuff together so they can keep each other colder. Keep light stuff like breads and stuff like that together. Keep keep canned goods together. Basically liked items together, and don't overload. If it's cans, I double bag. Like I have volume 4 or 5 cans, I double bag no matter what. So nothing worse than trying to pick up a bag and the bottom falls out. The other thing I've done, I'm using the towels. I've had a couple people make suggestions that the towels are not really a good idea. So I've ordered a couple things that will help me secure the food, especially the drinks, in my warming bag without having to resort to the towels. But the towels do come in handy, because I got plastic totes in the back. I put the Walmart groceries back there, but I stuffed the towels down there. Probably get harassed about that, but hey, this is groceries. They're in their own little safe containers. I use the bags there to help prevent the bags from shifting, so they don't get scattered everywhere. If I don't have if I have a half full tub, I put some towels down there to prevent the items from sliding around. So anyway, so it's now, we had a time change, last night. So my car's not timed correctly, but my app, my phone, and my computers at home have changed. So I gotta fix my car time. So I've got another 40 minutes left. I'm doing a normal, what would have been a DoorDash. I do 11 to 3. I'm doing a Walmart Spark from 11 to 3. I did a breakfast Spark this morning. So we'll see how it compares. Wasted an hour and a half for that disaster of pickup. They were supposed to deliver the groceries, and I was supposed to pick it up and just go. And from experience from what other couple of Spark drivers I've met, this particular Walmart is atrociously bad about pickup. So, hey, Walmart, you need to do something about that. So, anyway, heading back to Walmart, and I'm going to look for another shopping offer. So, because pickup is just crap. So, anyway, see you in a little bit. Man, that took forever. That last order, and I'm on the way, was a stacked shopping order. It's not that I shot for both, customers, but the problem is, over half the items I shot for both customers, Walmart didn't have it, so I had to go through all the substitution process, and half the substitutions customer didn't want. So what it normally would have taken 15 minutes took 45 minutes for shopping. And Walmart is out of everything. They're just out of everything. So I'm on my way to the first customer, and there was a couple items that I suggested they were pending, but she never responded. So she's got them because the app, said they were pending. But then once I was completed and did the review, it says go check out, because you can't wait, because you have perishable items, and you get, like I said, once you start taking the perishable item, you got about an hour to deliver the groceries. And I've already been, shopping for 45 minutes. So yeah, it's a little crazy. And plus, the reason I took the shopping, because they're not doing their pickups they're not doing their pickups. I've had 2 pickups canceled after waiting an hour on the first one and waiting 30 minutes on the second one. They just outright canceled. So, man, Walmart Spark is a cluster. So, but they said, according to the couple of drivers I talked to, it definitely pays more. Have to be, with all the crap you gotta go through.
In 2 miles, take exit 153 for US 78 West toward Chula Vista.
So, anyway, on to the first customer. Then I gotta go to another one, and then I gotta go home. Wife's getting upset. We got to go shopping. Back to the Walmart I just been to, but it's a crazy. They're out of half the stuff. So anyway, see you in a little bit. Well, I've dropped off the first order. Now I'm on to the second one. See you in a little bit. Well, I'm finally done. It's only gone an hour past where I originally wanted to end. Man, that last order, shopping for 2 people at the same time, both wanted perishables, both wanted non-perishables, both wanted stuff from the other side of the store. Had to keep the stuff separate in the cart. The half the stuff that they wanted, for both customers, Walmart didn't have. Like I said, Walmart was just got nothing today. So what normally would have taken like 20-30 minutes took almost an hour just for shopping. In fact, just as I was getting close to the second customer, it said their automatic cancellation of the order if not delivered by 4:59. At the time, it was almost 4 o'clock. So, yeah, but and the only reason I took this last order as a shopping, didn't realize it was a double shopping, because it was the pickup system at this Walmart is atrocious, and from my met a couple of other Spark drivers there, that they're always like that. So that's why I went with a shopping one. So anyhow, go home, get something to eat, and then go right back to Walmart. But only this time I'm taking my wife, because we need to do our shopping. So anyway, see you in a little bit when I get to the house. All right, bye. Well, finally made it home. What a crazy day. What a crazy day. And looking at the Walmart Spark app, it doesn't distinguish between when I dash in the morning or dash in the afternoon, it does the whole day. So I think I'll remember that in the future. So big learning curve, big expectations, a lot of stuff I didn't know, a lot of stuff I didn't realize, I was going to run into. But trying to get how to get this earnings report look like. So it looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trips. I guess they count completed trips. And I've got my confirmed earnings is $101.46. Better than DoorDash but I have $32 of unconfirmed daily tips. So I'm pinned. There's quote unquote the tips are still pending on 4 of those orders. So I could potentially, between what I got now, 101, to an extra 32, so it'll be 133. So this is different. This is different. Let me check one real quick thing. Let's see the incentive programs. Okay, so I've made a complete 5 qualifying trips that I need to make between 11:01 to 11:08, and if I make 5 more trips, I get an extra $40. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I think I'll do this tomorrow. Instead of dashing on Monday, I'll do Spark on Monday, just to see what happens. So anyway, boy, what a day. What a day. I know I keep saying that, but what a day. So this is my first time trying Walmart Spark. Totally different from what I expected. But I'm glad you came along with me with my adventures and definitely misadventures. Holy crap. And I hope you like this trip. If you like the video, please select like. And if you like what I'm doing with the channel, please subscribe, and so you can be notified on the future videos and help me grow the channel. So anyway, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get something to eat, then go back to Walmart, but for my personal reasons, for me and my wife. And we're going to call it a day. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.